Hey guys, I'm not going to the gym today. I'm having a moment. Actually, Wulfie and I are having a moment. And my moment is more about, I don't know what's going on in my head over the past couple days. But, sorry guys, it's a little, yeah, much better. But I've been like, not depressed. I wouldn't call this depressed. You stop. This is more like trying to figure out how I feel about my world. That's the best way to put it. So I'm a little irritated that that my ex pulled this crap on me. Thanks, Don. It's okay. I'm gonna call him out. And I'm also like trying to figure out what I need to do next. I have managed to put myself in an interesting spot with my finances, which will take me a little bit of time to figure out, but not that bad. And I'm also finding myself in a little interesting spot as far as my work, because apparently if you're really good at what you do, people expect you to take care of everything. It's annoying. And I'm being positioned to take on more responsibility. But at the same time, it's like, dude, what else do you want me to do? I'm already choke people. We have an interesting conundrum I'm helping Katie with. She's my coworker, my mentee, that I said, this doesn't make sense logically. And we walked through the whole thing and she's like, yeah, that's... So we've got some work to do. I'm going to help her with that because it's irritating. They give us work and we're just sitting there like, why am I working on this? This makes no sense. Well, optics thinks it might be the lens. And I'm like, the lens is used in 2 different vehicle types. And the other one has no issues. So I think you're all on crack. And that's my answer. I'm sticking to it. So, yeah, lots of fun at work. But in my love life, what a joke. I'm talking to some guys. My buddy Colby showed back up. I like Colby. Colby's not ready for a relationship, at least not with me, and that's okay. I don't depend on people to make changes of themselves to fit my world. I do though expect them that if they're chasing me, that they're actually trying to catch me instead of just doing something for fun. So. We'll see, and I'm not worried about it. The right guy will come along. I just have to figure out how to finagle the world so that I get the right guy interested. So I'm on a couple different sites, one of which is actually not doing too bad for me. The other one, I don't want to pay for another site. This is debilitating. There's another site, and I'm trying to remember what it's called off the top of my head. It's, dun, dun, dun. Oh. It doesn't matter. There's some cute guys on there. It's a little bit more focused on relationships, which I like. It's going to cost me $20 a month, which I probably shouldn't complain about if it actually helps, but, man, what the hell. I've got $20 I can spend on this. I'm trying not to go out anymore as far as going up to Indy or down to Louisville, just because it's gas, time, and getting me nowhere. Just at all. And it is what it is, but it's like, why do I want to invest anything in this if there is absolutely zero output? You might be like, AJ, that is a horrible way to talk about trying to meet your man. Yeah, it is. What really should be happening is I should be going out and there should be guys there who walk up and say, AJ, hi, my name is, and fill in the blank. I really want to meet a guy named Ezra. So I could say, nobody's better than Ezra. Better than Ezra. It's a band. It was me being funny. So that when he sits there and goes, why did you say that? I can explain it. He goes, really? That's what you just came up with? What else do you want me to come up with? The name is Ezra. I met guys in Louisville, Kentucky area with names like Seth. I mean, it's like the Bible. The Bible burped and out came everybody in his name in Kentucky. God, what was the guy's name? I had the biggest crush on him too. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're all like too young, don't know what they want. I mean, it's just a list. And I sit there like, how is it at 18 I knew what I wanted? And you guys at 20-something and 30-something don't have a clue. Oh, you didn't have to. That's it. I gotcha. The world is different. It's much more entertaining. At the same time, it's like you guys have so much going on and you have so many options that all of a sudden you can't make a decision. It's like me sitting down on YouTube and going through stuff and going, oh, what do I watch tonight? Here's an MBTI video, or here's a history video, or here's a cooking show, or here's a... And I have all these things. And I sit there and I get into overload mode. And I imagine that's what it's like. And I imagine there's not a lot of guys out there that go, oh my God, that guy's 53. He's hot. I want to date him. There's probably guys out there like that. There's probably guys out there that are watching this right now going, AJ, I would date you in a heartbeat. And you're like, and I'm like, well, you'll live in where? And then you come up with some place I've never heard of that's far, far away. Or I've heard of and it's far, far away. Really nice guy in Adelaide that has a crush on me. And he has a sexy voice. But that's on the other side of the planet. And that's a lot for me to process, because then you could say, well, you know, people can move. And it's like, have you met our immigration system here? I don't know what Australia's is like, but I've got another, 20 years of work that I want to put in. And the price of housing in Australia is what? Yeah. That ain't gonna happen. I'm not moving there. If I was to go through places that I would actually consider moving to, there's some places in Eastern Europe that actually I would do. Inexpensive, pretty. They got stuff to do. There's stuff nearby. And I could just delve into history and food. History and food. We're talking my language there. Yeah, there's a lot I need to think about. I'm not really moving to Eastern Europe. It would be fun, but I'm not. If I won the lottery, on the other hand, that would be fun. Someplace like, I don't know. Name a nice place. Southern Italy. It's not Eastern Europe, but Southern Italy would be nice. One of those villages that they're giving away homes because nobody lives there and they want to get people to move out to the countryside. I would live there. Find myself a nice Italian boy. Well, man. And we would live in one of those old stone homes. Get somebody to come in and plaster everything back up, make it look pretty. That would be fun. Put mosaics on the floor. I would have so much fun with that. But I'd have to win the lottery. And then, you know, learn how to cook real Italian food like real Italian people would. I'd be up for that. That would be a lot of fun. Sunday sauce. Make baked bread. Dip it in. That sounds good. Some Parmesan. I can do that here. I can make that happen here. It would take some work and try to figure things out, but I can make anything happen I want to. I just can't make somebody like me yet. And then I don't want to make somebody like me. I want somebody to like me. For me. And not just for this. Although, yeah, I gotta work on this because it's not going away. And, you know, the longer I don't go to the gym, the less muscular I get. Ooh, yeah, I need to work on that. So anyway, this is just me talking about this week, this past 2 weeks, and how I've just kind of like spiraled. And I need to get my shit together. And I think that's going to involve more than just starting drinking at 7 o'clock in the evening and hoping to God that I don't, like, I don't know, say stupid shit to people online or something. I'm really good at that. I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens. I got the little guy who's now sleeping on my clothes over there. See him? He's sleeping. He's actually snoring. Well, not really snoring. He's donkey snoring, just like... Oh, now he's awake because he heard me do that. But yeah. So I'm not sure. I'm not in the bad place I was earlier this week when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with him and how I was going to manage all of this, because he's actually pretty self-contained. When I got home today, what he did was he jumped up and down and made me pick him up, and and then calmed down and we got him a treat. Realized that he ran out of water today, which I knew there was water in there this morning, so he's just been drinking. So that's now full. Oh, there you are. That's now full. He's got food. He's had more than enough treats, trust me. And I made myself a ham sandwich, and he got some ham. And I made sure it had no nitrites in it. So he leads a better life than most humans. Yes, you do. And he gets to sleep next to Daddy. So for those of you that are interested, this little guy pretty much sleeps right here. And I wake up and he's just touching me. And it's really cute. Isn't it? And then when I move, of course, he has to get up and then circle around and get back down. But it's back to where the cuteness that it used to be when we were a family. Back in my house. Which, I got a nice little note from Zillow saying, hey, by the way, your house value is now at $261,000. And I sat there going, I paid $169 for it 4 years ago. And that my ex has that. And all the equity, etc. What's really fascinating is, as I stumble through my memories, 5 years ago, he came to me and said, you know, I think we're paying too much a month for housing. And I said, this is an expensive house. We had a 3,100 square foot neo-colonial. That was a house. That was a lot of house. And he's like, you know, we're paying, I think we were paying $1,350, which isn't bad. And he's like, I would like to pay a lot less than that. Well, right now he's paying $950. And I'll be paying $1,300 for this place. This place. $1,300 next year. Or the rest of this year and next year. And I can afford it. It really isn't that big a bite out of my paycheck. But it's like, oh my God. 5 years ago, he was making plans as to how he was going to survive post our relationship. That's what I'm hearing out of what was being said. That is not what, I don't know if he was planning it or if it was a germ in the back of his head that he was like, well, maybe I need to prepare in case something goes wrong. And the cash cow disappears. So, this is where I'm at. I love you guys. I love you, dude. I need one of you to step up and do your job and get me out of the singlehood thing. Thank you.